This is the last day of Native American Heritage Month, and now we're taking a closer look at a major Supreme Court case that involves Native children. For years, the Indian Child Welfare Act has been the law, and it's meant to keep Native kids connected to their tribes. But now all of that could be on the line. Our Devin Dwyer is following this story for us and joins us now. Hey there, Devin.
Hey, TJ, a lot is on the line for the Native American tribes in this country, but also for adoptive families like the Burkeens of Fort Worth, Texas. They've been on a long legal odyssey to adopt two Native American children because of a law they say discriminates against them because they're white. They're a blended American family in a fight to stay together.
Well, in December, we have a court hearing again for the adoption of our son's sister, and if we lose, she could be taken away.
Dr. Jennifer Burkeen, an anesthesiologist, and her husband Chad, a civil engineer and stay-at-home dad, are parents to two biological children and two Native American siblings they fostered for years. And how much do they know about what's going on?
We hope very little. Cultural considerations are a challenge for every adoptive family, no matter what race they are or what race their children are.
Are you getting sleepy?
For Native foster children, those cultural considerations also have a legal dimension. Since 1978, the Indian Child Welfare Act, or ICWA, has set rules for who can adopt Native American kids, giving preference first to immediate family, then a member of the child's tribe, then to an unrelated tribe, before potential parents who are non-Native.
The interest in a young tribal citizen, the child, in staying with her tribe is a high interest.
It's an answer to the forced removal of hundreds of thousands of Native children from their tribes over generations, separated from their families and placed in government-run boarding schools or Christian churches through the 1960s. The tribes say ICWA has been critical to keeping their cultures alive and protecting their sovereignty as independent nations.
If you start to remove the next generation of any society, you really start to erode that society.
To foster families like the Burkeens, ICWA is a barrier to adoption of children they've nurtured and loved for most of their young lives. In an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, the couple says the law is not only unreasonable, but unconstitutional.
For him to just get taken away and moved to someone he's never met before, who he's not related to, it didn't seem like the right thing to do as his mom.
By giving adoption priority to Native families over white families, they say the law discriminates on the basis of race.
It defines an Indian child as a child who is either a tribal member or could someday become a tribal member based entirely on biological ancestry.
After a 2-year legal battle, the tribe backed down, but now the family is fighting to adopt his younger sister, their 4.5-year-old foster daughter. Neither the Navajo Nation nor the children's relatives responded to ABC News' repeated requests for an interview. But in court documents, the tribe argues that ICWA protects the best interests of Indian children and promotes the stability and security of Indian tribes and families. They argue the long-standing adoption preferences are not based on race, but on political qualifications for tribal citizenship. The nation's 574 tribes say the stakes in the Burkeen case are bigger than one family. If the Supreme Court strikes down ICWA as discrimination on the basis of race, they say it could upend decades of Indian law, treating tribes as independent political nations.
If our sovereignty is eroded because of this case, we're going to have a setback that will take generations to repair, if we can repair it at all.
The Burkeens say their focus remains on their family, hoping the nation's highest court strikes a balance between respect for tribes and young children who have already been through so much.
Attachment is one of the most important things, and we're not saying that culture is not important. We do believe culture is important, but it's not the most important thing.
Now, the justices heard the Burkeen case earlier this month, and a majority appeared ready to leave in place much of the law, including those preferences for Native American families in adoption. But, TJ, a number of justices, including Brett Kavanaugh, called this a difficult case because of the idea in this country that we don't treat people differently because of race. And we expect a final ruling in this case by the end of June. TJ?
It's such an interesting case, but again, there are kids at the heart of this.
That's right.
Devin, we appreciate you following this one for us.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.